they definitely knew how stupid it was. Like, I've certainly seen FMV in a few things where it's like, this is way too especially like there's a couple of recent FMV games that have come out where I'm like, this is just way too self-serious for me, and like I can't take this shit seriously. But then there's FMV where it's just like, yeah, this is just like dog shit stupid, and I love it. It's like, that's absolutely the kind of vibe that I want from my FMV, is absolute nonsensical bullshit. All right, I need a name. I need a name. Blark Baggert? How about Narc Braggart? I mean, then I'd have to be driving Miss Daisy, though. Actually, you know, maybe that's what I should go with. Like that. Muscle Bro Heart Body? Man, why has the guy gotta be hard, though? The run's like 2 hours. If he's hard that long, he may go to the hospital. Like, that's bad.
Something's gone wrong.
I mean, I have to, you know, learn to slow down in this video game, so maybe we should be driving Miss Daisy. Sipping some water. I learned the other day that I'm one of like 3 channels on YouTube that actually has footage of wins of this game. Apparently, like, nobody has footage of wins of this. I'll be honest, I don't really go looking, so, because I mostly watch stuff on Twitch, but all right, let's get to it, shall we? Let's get to it. You were going for the Doom reference with his works? I mean, the Doom reference of Daisy's fine, but just please don't shoot me unless you really have to. And I would just prefer you didn't, quite frankly. He just gibbed the guy in front of him. Oh, poor guy. I seem to come up a lot. You know, honestly, there's 2 things that I will never get used to as a content creator. Thing number 1 is people talking about me when I'm not around. And thing number 2 is the fact that there is always dozens, if not hundreds, if not thousands of people actively listening to my voice even when I'm not talking because of YouTube. It's like, my YouTube channel gets like 1 to 500 views an hour, usually. So the fact that there's 1 to 500 people listening to me talking all the time is something that I won't be used to for a very long time, if ever. Well, I cleared that whole room with 1 barrel. If you want me to explain what I'm doing, you can ask, and I might. Otherwise, I'm just gonna play probably because brain's a little slow today. For a second there, I thought he dropped the 44 ammo out of this, and I was like, really? That's 44 SMG on the first floor? What is this?
See you in hell, bastards.
The 69% hit chance failed me, and I'm offended. All right, so I'm thinking about going Survivor. Just because I feel like that might be very... Just because I want to see how it fares in Dante, assuming we make it that far. Because, like, previously, it was kind of overkill. And it's not that it made the game too easy, it's just it made the game kind of boring. So I'm going to find out... Or I want to try that, and just see how it handles in the basement of the world. What food has been acquired, Beer Menu? But we're gonna, I think, just start off with Hellrunner. Because I always want that dodge. Always gotta dodge. One thing that never changes run to run is you gotta avoid taking damage. So, did anybody here see the review on this game saying roguelikes give you a little bit of a power boost in between every run? Where's my roguelike in this roguelike? Anybody else see that post? I got a good cackle from it. I feel like that should be like a featured review, like in the trailer. Like that definitely should be a thing. You know, I was worried that like you'd say something mouth-watering that would make me feel bad, that like I'm still kind of lost my appetite from mild food poisoning, but you said something that like just makes me go, yep, nope. That would actually just make me feel terrible right now. Well, isn't this convenient? There's two dudes right here and I'm holding a shotgun. You saw Epion share that one earlier? I saw it pop up on the Steam page and got a good giggle out of it. It's like a, yeah. Yeah, and who actually thinks that? I mean, it's to the point where like I hope that review is just a troll. But like a really committed troll. But for some reason, I don't think that's the case. Alright, so the door down on the bottom left there just opened. Is anything gonna come out of it? No. Yes? No. Yeah, no. I'm gonna walk away. You're not gonna hit me, it's fine. Ow. Never mind, I guess you did. Rude. I mean, there's lots of lights in this game. Tom, what are you talking about? There's lights everywhere. Like, there's a light on the end of my gun. There's a light on the forklift. It's pretty meh you got one of those bean mix bags and chucked it in with some onions and mushrooms and it's food again. So I know a guy who got through computer science school while working in White Spot, which is a very Vancouver restaurant, as a waiter. That's basically, it's like a low rent family diner kind of shit. And the way he saved money was he only ate what he called power schlop. And power schlop was thinly sliced tofu or an egg, depending on what he had. If he splurged that week, he had an egg. Otherwise, it was thinly sliced tofu. Where did that soldier go? He was right there. Anyway, oh, there. Unless I found him. Red beans, black beans, white beans, chopped canned green beans, and rice. And broccoli. Canned broccoli. Power schlop. It doesn't taste good, but you won't die. That didn't go swell. Power schlop is like a pickup in like a Mario game, or maybe like a Sonic game. You got to equip the power schlop. Something that tickles your stomach in your food picture albums? I mean, I just won't look at the food pictures on Discord. How's that? Power schlop, +1 stir, -2 constitution, -1 dexterity because stuffed. Alright. So gas decontamination on Valhalla, terminal level 1. Callisto level 2. So on this floor, I could decontaminate Valhalla, but yeah. That's something that I think should be the case. It's like if there is if you have the ability to change something on a later floor that requires a multi-tool, you should you should have a guaranteed multi-tool on the first floor, if that's going to pop up on the first floor. Because it's very frustrating to just have like, oh, a broken elevator and I needed a multi-tool, and it's the first floor. I've had that happen a couple times, and it's like silly. It's like, well, I've literally opened every chest. There's no multi-tool, so guess I'm not, you know, going to Mimir Habitat or whatever. Still level 5 as a med bay. That's good to know. Speaking of elevators that are busted, hey, may someone please activate the elevator to Mimir Habitat? The system keeps rebooting and taking the elevator offline. Use the terminal on Callisto Hub. I think that's the route we're going to go, probably. Unless I, like, find no guns, which is unlikely. Something would be very broken if that's the case. No lights in Callisto level 6? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so we're going to floor 4. Callisto Hub. Yeah. You go do your job and stuff. Roland, thanks for swinging by. Just come to me, you silly robot. Just walking away from it. This is the most XCOM'd I think I've been in this game ever. Just fucking die. How many shots was that? Like 6? At 60%? I only needed to hit once. Yeah, that. What difficulty are you playing on, Silver She? Out of curiosity. But yeah, it sounds like a black site run. Just medium, because when I was doing those recordings for the Steam page, I did them all on easy, right? Just so I didn't really need to think about what I was doing, and I could just run through them, keep them very entertaining for a Steam page. But when I was doing that, and I was running through the game, I find that on easy, they must have cranked up red card spawns like crazy, because I was getting like 3 to 4 red cards per floor in some cases. Like I would finish the first zone. I'd finish Callisto. Ooh, autoloader. Reloads weapon on move. Cool. I finished Callisto with like 6 red cards once. Like Callisto level 2, I had 6 red cards. It's just like, what is even happening? You really want to make sure that the newbies get red cards, I guess. Also, I was watching a stream the other night, and the streamer commented that they couldn't get into the vault because they hadn't found a purple card, which I thought was kind of funny. Which is like a fair assumption to make. They're like, well, I need the purple key to get into the purple room. It's like, well, yep, I could see that. So I need Tough as Nails and Angry Mutter Trucker. So let's grab Angry Mutter Trucker. Also, I would like to petition to change the name of Angry Motherfucker when you have the game set to clean from Angry Mother Lover to Angry Mother Trucker. Because it's funnier. And doesn't make me think about that Lonely Island song. Oh, hey, red card. Neat. Oh, I was gonna say, did those just fly over that? I guess not. I actually wasn't sure now that I think about it. Whether or not those could fly over top of acid. No, I just learned something. No, they can't. It's kind of like the fair, obvious assumption to make, but... You know, now that I'm here... I could just do that. Nah, I don't really want to fight the big robots in the last room in that area, so let's go this way.
What do we have here?
Ooh, neat. You know, I'm actually going to throw this on here just because we're in an infestation. Floor 2 infestation. Something else that's been really fun to watch. I don't know about you guys, but something that I found very entertaining to watch is new streamers playing the game and discovering that discovering what all the different room modifiers are. When like it'll say lockdown, they're like, lockdown, that sounds bad, and then they'll just keep running around. I'm like, oh, you poor souls. If only you knew. If only you knew. And there we go. That's you? I mean, I guess that was you, like, during your first run, but I don't know, like, I feel like you would probably have a better time intuiting what they would mean. Or at the very least, like, you know to be careful or look at them. So I've definitely seen a few people just be like, you know, running around at, like, as fast as they can click the button. And just then suddenly it's like, oh, there's just, like, a bunch of robots because it's a lockdown or something. And they're, like, all up in your face. Yeah, so like you get an event and you're super careful, right? I'm more talking about like, oh, people just like not being even remotely careful. All right, there's 3 of them. I'm just gonna go back here, swap over to the revolver, I think, and just duck up here. Wasn't exactly what I wanted to have happen, but it's fine, that one. Why, did you get a lockdown?
Damn it.
Ooh. Resilient. So I'll just start shooting. Well, actually, I got that gas grenade. I have a gas grenade. I'll just walk away. You know what would be infuriating, and I'm really happy is not the case, is if bad guys could pick up the health orbs. Although, maybe that should be a feature. I'm just gotta move quick to turn off. Yeah, it's not too bad. Is this your first traditional roguelike, Tom? Or have you played these before? It's always a little bit neat to me when people that I don't know are in, or who I didn't know are into these types of games pick up a game like this and then really enjoy it, because, I don't know, I guess I kind of just expect that the only people who are going to really like roguelikes are people who've played a lot of them. Alright. I need tough as nails. Which I could just start putting points into. I might actually max out tough as nails. Just have a lot of armor. Tough as nails and like maybe army surplus too. Their squad mate dropped? Yeah, right? I don't know. I feel like that maybe that should be like a UV plus feature or something. Alright, let's go check that other hallway. There's probably nothing in it, but still worth looking. So this is our exit. There. Close that door. Remember that moment where you wish you saved the grenade from the previous floor? Let's just move here. So less of them can see me. One over there to the right, over top there. I want you gone though, but you can hit me more likely. I can hit you more likely. So I'm gonna just shoot you. Move up, down here. Slam you down. Use adrenaline. It's a lot of dudes. Just wanted that one to stop coming towards me on the left there. Is it just the one? You just have a pistol? Didn't really want the fire fiends to have a field day just shooting me there. This door has been hella important to my strats so far. Yeah, it's just an advanced 3. Swap out the revolver for the sniper. Get more ammo for it. Also almost ran out of ammo for this damn thing. Spiritual successor and the same developers, yeah. Scalaflex. Scalaflex? Sci-Fi Alex, I'm an idiot. I don't know how I got Scalaflex out of there. I think I'll come back to that at the end of the run, or at the end of the map. We'll decide where we're gonna put that. Activate the elevator for where we're going. Yeah, now I really want the Exalted to steal the health orbs that they drop. But yeah, no, if you're interested in checking the game out, it came out of early access like 2 days ago, I guess. And there's a there's a link if you type an exclamation point hell in the chat. On a 10% hit? Wait, like they had a 10% chance to hit, or you had a 10% chance to hit? Hey, at least you didn't die to poison dot damage, because that happens to me more often than it should. Although, to be fair, dot damage got ouchie. Like, youchie. Like, big youchie. Ooh, there's a workshop in Mirror Habitat. Excellent. That's where we're going. Speaking of, that's our exit. Right there. Not gonna take it though. Got robots to kill. Alright, let's peek this corner. Don't see anything. Peek that corner. Don't see anything. Back up. Just let it come into vision. Get rid of them. But yeah, if you're interested in checking the game out, there's
this is my favorite
this game's been in
roguelike on the
development
Citadel.
for too goddamn long. It's very nice to finally have a finished, well, not finished, but no longer early access version of the game. So I can just tell people, yeah, buy it. It's a finished game. It's a roguelike, so it's going to keep getting developed as long as the developers are breathing, most likely. But it also means they get to take a nap, which is good. Swapped over the shotty. I shot a guy that I couldn't even see. And then he shot the other guy. I love it when they friendly fire each other. Quill18 was streaming this 4 or 5 days ago now, and when he was streaming this, there was a point where he watched a dude friendly fire the guy in front of him, and he was like, wait, did they just kill each other? And then just gave the screen a 2 thumbs up. It's like, that's the selling point right there. Alright, I think I'm gonna swap you just for the bigger mag. Doesn't have auto reloader, but it's got barbed, which is really nice against fleshy enemies. Because then I can just walk away and he'll bleed to death. I've got quite a lot of shots with a sniper rifle too. Is there a door in here? Yes, there is. Brilliant. Yeah, no, it's been really nice to see this little game that I've been playing for,
Seems I got 'em all.
2 years now on stream. Get a chance in its small spotlight, which is, it's just nice to see. Get more armor. I don't normally build this way, so it's kind of a change of pace. Be a bit of fun. All right, I want you to. Don't want to heal myself. I'm just gonna charge it once. Extract 2 med kits.
No room.
And let's max it down to the bottom. Taking the alternate route. There's another foul stench in the air. This is really weird. Mimir Habitat level 1 having an infestation because this area is very robot heavy normally, and it's like, oh, now it's all fiends. I have a question though to anybody who plays this. Do you have a favorite room modifier? Also, this is just awesome. This pile of guts right there that's just like stacking. It's just piling higher.
What do we have here?
It's not just you. I mean, today I got raided by FG. But no, it's, well, the stream that I did the day the game came out, I got raided by Kiri. Unofficially raided by Jess because her stream went down, and raided by Bellinair, and raided by another person who was streaming this game. And then today I've been raided by FG, and I think I just got auto-hosted by Cat on Mars. I'm not totally sure. I think I did. Yeah, let's just check this thing. Well, I'm just gonna put it on the rifle. That's fine. Read my Discord DM. Okay. I like that Discord DM. That's good DM. Speaking of, I have a very appropriate desktop background now, which I think fits. I mean, that's almost what the skies look like when it's not raining. I know a while ago I was saying that you should make a supporter pack and just charge like $5 for it and just have like a bunch of concept art and shit. That's the sort of things like that I'd want in that. Also, yes, you should still do that at some point. Just let you come to me. To anybody who's just hanging around and lurking, if you don't know, Epion CF made this game. So, first time knowing about this game. How is it so far? So I've played this game since 2019. Well, actually, so I've played this game since about 3 weeks before it went into early access in 2019. So I've seen every single major public iteration of this game.
This is my favorite roguelike on
and
the
it's
Citadel.
probably been my favorite early access experience maybe ever. And I'm not just saying that. Like, and I play a lot of early access games too. Like, you know, I play Caves of Cud. I played Risk of Rain 2 throughout its early access. I played RimWorld throughout its early access. I'm trying to think of other early access. Like half the games I play are early access games technically, and it's like this is the one game that didn't do the biggest sin that most early access games do at some point. Most early access games for me have a point where they put out a patch.
Oh, dude, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. That's fucking sick. Hell yeah. Woo!
I feel like that's a little loud. I'm going to turn that down. But I feel like every single early access game at some point puts out a feature that makes me like it significantly less. every single early access game I've ever played has done that. With the exception of maybe Caves of Cud. But the only reason I put this one above Caves of Cud is because Caves of Cud adds stuff, and I read the patch notes, and I'm like, I don't understand what any of this means because I'm not good enough at that game to actually see the new stuff that they add. Like, they're constantly adding cool shit to that game, and I'll never see any of it. Whereas, like, this game, it's like, oh, they make a change, and it just completely fundamentally changes, like, the entire game. And it's like, it seems like a small thing, but then, like, you can't imagine the game without it 3 weeks later. And that's basically what the last 6 months of this game has been, maybe 8 months even. Basically since, like, early 2020, that's what this game's been. So I really, 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 really like this game. Keep in mind, I'm kind of biased, but I do really, really, really like this game. But if you like traditional roguelikes that are brutally difficult, turn-based, and have no meta progression, this is probably the easiest one to get into right now on the market. It's also just fun to, like, run around and stab people with a knife.
This is my favorite roguelike on the Citadel. Damn it.
Hunter. Shouldn't you have been hunting me then? Oh, did say 0. Ow. Ooh, a 44 Deagle. Morning, B-Log. I'm also tired. I was actually gonna finish up some write-up stuff to send over to you last night, but then I made myself kind of sick because I ate something. Don't know what it was. Any challenge or trial action? Not right now. We're just doing a normal hard run. Might do an endless one later. There's like, you know, the whole end game is new, right? So I want to get, like, air quotes good at that before I start doing trials and challenges and such. So Bailey, are you gonna do me a favor and beat Cat into submission and make him stream this, or do I have to? I want to watch Cat get good at this game and make me look bad at games. I don't really need the automed. That's all it's got on it. How many multi-tools do I have? 2. Yeah, I'd rather have the multi-tools. You kind of want to watch that too, right? It's like I want to watch the guy that can play Darkest Dungeon with no stuns. Like, it's easy mode to play this. I mean, that's not what I said, or not what I meant, but, you know. When does chat actually take things in context?
Coast is clear.
Alright, that's it for me overzealously printing med packs. I mean, I'm one to talk about context. I put up a video this morning on my YouTube channel titled Tarn Adams Talks About Why Giants Don't Wear Pants. So, you know. Also, it's the law. You know, I do want to complain about that emote though. That emote is false advertising. It's not cat on box, it's cat in box. It's 1, 2, 3, ow, 4. Use the adrenaline. Did he shoot me with a barbed gun? I think he did. What a douche. What a doofus. Let's grab Tough as Nails 3. Let's be really tough. I'm gonna take damage regardless.
Clear.
Ooh, it's about goddamn time. Don't need all the 9 mil. Let's auto-calibrate you. Auto-calibrate you. And repair my armor, please. Thank you.
Let's see if there's something useful here.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna go find more armor in these, aren't I? Not gonna be using this shoddy too much, I don't think. Let's take burn protection. I don't like catching fire. Always like resistances. Always the resistances. Always go for the resistances. Maybe you can throw money at him. I mean, if he doesn't have the game, I have a key I could give him. Not being on fire, not bleeding, not getting cold. All of the really good defensive things for this game. Just a bunch of lore.
What do we have here?
Nah, I'm gonna stick with the rifle that I had. Thanks, though. Kinda smart, and he treats streaming like a business. Yeah, and then there's me, where it's like... I mean, I treat this like a business, too. Although, I would say that if Cat truly treated streaming like a business, he would still only play Darkest Dungeon. Can you come to me, you silly robot? Owie. Oh, Jesus. How inconvenient. Okay, fuck it. I'm actually just gonna walk away from you. Let's kite you even further back. This is not going as planned. There you go. Yeah, I saw that. The official Twitter account. And there was one response on it, and when I saw it, and I clicked it, and when it was just like, DD2 announcement when... It's like, you know, well, I mean, here we are. There we go. But yeah, in regards to your observation, Epion, the answer is yes, stats are better since launch, and it's because the game launched. Why am I not surprised in the slightest about that? That Darkest Dungeon developers played Doom RL. Like, I don't know. I feel like those guys are probably fans of a lot of old school dungeon crawlers. That's a lot of armor you got there. I like never used the Deagle. Also, I should probably read this because the Deagle is my favorite reference in the game, which is semi-automatic pistol, packing 44 ammo, most often used by terrorists, mostly when they rush B. It's true. I used to always use it when I rushed B as terrorists. Or just like for fun, because you could shoot the boxes and sometimes get kills. You've got a 44? I don't like that. Come all close to me, so you've got bad aim. There you go. Perfect. Shotgun amp? I mean, I guess I'll take it because I don't have another amp. Any level 1 mage? I feel like I was because I was watching Cat this morning, right? Streaming Back for Blood, and I feel like all of Cat's chat is just here, so I have a suspicion I've been auto-hosted by Cat. Alright, just kill you. Picked up all these med kits for a reason. Oh, did you drop a health orb? I didn't even see it. It was like invisible. Still level 1. That's what happens when permadeath's on, okay? Just die a lot. That's the problem. Although, Epion, I have an important question. Have you slept?
Let's see if there's something useful here.
Have you gone outside? Oh, really? Level 1 mage? I mean, I'm okay with this route. Like, that's like good taste in streams, frankly. What is sleep? That's what I'm wondering right now, to be honest with you. You'll actually be going outside to grab some food? You should do that. Go outside, grab food. The speed I'm going, by the time you get back, I might be at IO. Hold on a second. I'd swear that I opened this door and then that door out there skipped the opening animation. Maybe I imagined it. That or like the shadows on the door just appeared. Probably not a terrible idea if you need it. Sleep is for the intelligent. You've been up since last night? I mean, if you feel like you need to sleep, maybe you should sleep. We'll always encourage people to sleep. I'm not that person who's going to say sleep is for the weak. Even though we will never sleep because sleep is for the weak, and we will never rest till we're all fucking dead. Repeat twice. Song lyrics, you know, it's it's an important part of my streamer humor. Over here is random references to edgy songs for bands that I used to listen to. And for people whose people they live with don't decide to shower at 4:30 in the morning. I mean, maybe you should just go to bed earlier. Then you wouldn't have this issue, because it wouldn't be an issue that they're showering at that time of the morning. There's 3 dudes left. They're right where I don't want them to be. Okay. Such long range. This gun no good at that. There you go. That works. Ooh. It's durable and it has compartments. Well, I want to take that, but we're going to lose our fire resistance, which sucks. You thought there was a break-in? Oh, really? And then suddenly you hear the shower running and you're like, I'm gonna get my gun! Or baseball bat or something. That's the one nice thing about having a one-room home, is I never worry that someone's broken into my house because I can always see the entirety of my home from where I'm sitting. So it's impossible for someone else to be in my house. No one could possibly have broken in because I would see them immediately.
Should be a master switch.
Knowing Beer Minier probably grabbed an actual sword. All right. let's roll with this rifle for a little bit. It's the only like hyper benefit of living in a one-room apartment. Is like, you know, no one's ever snuck into your house. Like I grew up in a pretty big house. Like it was like a 6-bedroom house with like 3 bathrooms and an extra bathroom that only my parents' bedroom had access to and shit. Like master bedroom, ensuite stuff, like walk-in closets. Like it was a big fucking house. Like it wasn't the nicest house, but it was a big house. Because you know, I had 2 sisters and my parents liked their space, and it was a house in the country and all that. All it came with all the bells and whistles for that reason. And yeah, there was definitely times in that house where it's like, yeah, I wouldn't go into the basement for like 6 months. Ooh, an auto-loading shotty. That's helpful. Do I have a smoke grenade? No, I don't. I don't even think I've seen one. Just a butchering knife? I mean, just a butcher knife, you know. Just normal things that people would use to check for a robbery. Now, is this like moving out of roommates, moving out of family, or downsizing? Like, I mean, moving into a place is always exciting. Honestly, like, after living in 40.1 square meters or 424 square feet for, well, since 2014, I'll say this about this space. I think I need about 500 square feet, or like, I think that's roughly, what, 45 square meters? If I could get that extension with the same size porch, I think I could live in that for the rest of my life. I don't hate this apartment, but my issue with it is I don't actually have doors to my bedroom, and I would really like a door to my bedroom. Like, if I could just have a door that goes to my bedroom that I could close and a nook for my computer, I'd be A-okay. But, like, this place still feels a little small, and only for one specific reason. It's a little small because when I have, like, more than one person over, it becomes a problem really quick. Or, like, the kitchen. Like, it's perfectly, like, logical to be able to cook by yourself in that kitchen. Having, like, 2 or 3 people trying to cook in that kitchen is frustrating. And so that's something I like to do with people, is, like, cook a meal. Because it's something that I do for fun. But because I'm a boring old man. We're going to start leveling Angry Motherfucker up. Once we get Angry Motherfucker up, we're going to... Well, actually, you know what? Screw that. Let's go for Hunker first. Or Cover Master, which gives you Hunker, right? That's the name of the passive. Yeah, that's it. Do you still have your own space? I mean, I can relate to the solitude thing. I like being around people, but I would never live with my parents again. I would consider living with roommates if I already got along really well with the roommates, but I will never live with family again. Just ever. Just period, ever. I mean, it's just... No. I mean, I'll probably live alone for a long time, but I will never, ever live with family again. Just, I can't do that. It's like the ultimate failure. Another another deagle. Well, I guess I got 2 now. Not that I'm going to take it, though. Not brilliant on the drops here. I think we can roll with the durable armor until A little further. I don't understand why anybody would want to live with roommates. Like, I've known people in the past who've like lived alone or lived with a significant other and then moved out and then moved in with roommates because they air quotes wanted to. And I almost always feel like it's an excuse that they tell people, not that they actually want to live with roommates, but they move in with people because they're lonely or don't want to live alone and just don't want to admit it. Like, I can't comprehend why you would want to go out of your way to live with roommates. Alrighty, Tone. You have a good one? You need to head out? Yeah. Well, you have a good afternoon and go demolish Dante at some point. Just gonna let you get all real close. Also, you guys should go follow Tone. If I've got a mod that's lurking, could I get a shout out for Tone? I don't know if I have any mods that are lurking. B-Lug was here. He may or may not have me muted, though. Yeah, but see, like, I read that as, like, you went to go live with friends to save money because you were studying, right? Like, that makes sense. And honestly, if he wasn't living with you, you'd probably be on the street. Yeah, fair. Like, here's the thing. I'm lonely as shit. Lonely as shit. But also, why in the heck would you ever be lonely if you're still living on the same property with your parents? Even if you have, like your own place, right? If you're still living on the same property, like, that's basically the equivalent of still living with them, even if you don't see them every day. So that's a very different situation. Like, during lockdown, there was a period of 3.5 months where I didn't see anybody. Literally, like, I got my groceries delivered and shit. Like, I literally went 3.5 months seeing not a soul in person. So, until you've done something like that, can you really say that you understand loneliness? Unless you're one of those people who, like, intentionally lives in the forest so that you don't see people for 2 years at a time. In regards to, like, being an old cat person, I will never be an old cat person because I don't hate cats, but, like, I get irritated by cats really quickly. Now, an old snake collector, that I can get down with. It's partly a mental state, and it sucks. Doesn't matter what it is. I hate cats. Well, I don't hate cats. Like, that's the thing. Like, I babysat my parents' cat last week. And he was great. He was awesome. I liked having him. I don't want to keep him, though. Absolutely not. Never. Good morning, Frog. Oh, I hate kittens. Cute and adorable, but I don't want a kitten anywhere near me. Abso-fucking-lutely not. It's most annoying critters on Earth. Jesus Christ. There's the main reason I don't like kittens is because whenever I see a kitten, it means inevitably it's going to have to come home with me. Every time I've ever seen a kitten in my life, it's ended up in my house within like a 48-hour period. And it's expensive. And like the cat hair, it's coarse and it gets everywhere. I'm too much of a clean freak to own a cat and not be pissed off. Let's just take Ripper. No, I would rather get a snake. They're also bald. Because here's the other problem with cats, is they like to meow. I mean, like, if there was a breed of cat that had no hair and didn't meow, I would consider getting it. And did I mention that I live in one room? Like, there is one sound that just makes me unreasonably angry. And it's the sound of a cat meowing late at night. It's like instant pissed off. Instant pissed off. And I don't travel very often. But frankly, if I ever did decide to travel, finding a cat sitter is a pain in the dick. Finding a dog sitter is a pain in the dick. If you have the right type of snake, you literally just put it in the fridge and it hibernates. I love animals too, which is why I don't think most people should be allowed to take care of animals. Specifically my neighbors that used to live above me who like got a puppy during isolation, and then when self-isolation ended, they all went outside and started working again, and then the puppy like destroyed their apartment. And I could just hear this poor dog just like screaming every day. Like it didn't stop barking, it didn't stop whining, like thrashing around up there. Eventually I got evicted because of it. A nice picture of a cat on my wall. I don't need to do that because that's what the internet's for. It's like, why would I ever get a cat? Like I can get all of the kitten pictures I ever wanted on like /r tucked in pussies or something. Or cats standing up. Very good subreddit. I can see all the cute pictures of cats with the mute button firmly on. Don't have to worry about them making noise. Don't have to worry about them scratching things or damaging things. It's like my grandmother has this picture in one of her guest bedrooms. And I used to always sleep in the guest bedroom when I would go over there. This picture is just like a row of teapots, and each teapot has a kitten in it, and it's the color of the teapot. First off, hats off to whoever the fuck took that photo, because imagine trying to get like 12 kittens to all look in the same direction at the same time while sitting in teapots. Maybe I need to get a picture like that. Maybe I should sneak that from her when she moves. So apparently she's selling her place. To be clear, like I've lived with cats most of my life. Well, let's see. Did you type a YEET or an OOF or something along those lines? Because those are both not allowed in my channel moderation settings. Normally people don't trip it up, but the second one today. I love knowing people who own pets so that I don't need to go over there. Yeah, I don't really like a lot of internet slang, especially in my chat. I find it just really fucking annoying. It's an emote? Ah, probably. Probably. There's also a lot of like FFZ emotes and shit that I don't like. I'm old when it comes to Twitch. I like the way Twitch chat was in like 2012. Where, like, a custom emote was copy-pasting this shit. I miss those days. Or, like, the table flip copy pasta. That's the shit that I miss, right? So I don't like just seeing walls of fucking Keck W's in my chat or anything. Or Omega lol or any of that shit. I don't mind it in other people's streams. Like, if other people want to run their streams like that, that's totally cool. It's not how I roll over here. I actually had somebody curse at me, and unfollow me, who then I proceeded to call a cunt, because they were, for specifically not allowing Keck W. And, like, my Keck W says that I'm stupid. Which was, it's always funny when someone gets caught out with that, not knowing that it's going to do that. And I was playing Dwarf Fortress at the time, and this person comes in, and they were like, I would love to play Dwarf Fortress because it looks super cool, but I'm too stupid to play Dwarf Fortress, so instead I will keep playing harder games like RimWorld for cool people, Keck W, and said I'm stupid at the end, and then was like, I can't exclaim my laughter in this Twitch chat? And I was like, well, there's lots of emotes to laugh. There's lol, for example. And they were like, that is not sufficient laughter. I want to keck W. If I can't keck W, I will not hang out in this stupid asshole's stream. And they left. And it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I laughed for a solid 5 minutes. It was great. You can't pay for entertainment like that. No, it doesn't. Because it's, what's it called? It's an FFC emote. People are interesting sometimes. They are, yeah. No, I like conversations. And so any slang, any internet slang that I notice or emotes that I notice that detract from that, I just quietly remove from my chat. I mean, I could have made that up, but I didn't. There's VOD proof of it if you dig. It was one of my long death VODs somewhere. Yeah, it's a browser plugin that makes those emotes work. So if you're watching on the mobile app, it's not going to work. Good old Anyface, you're right. You're right. I mean, just remember, chat. Hey guys, raise your dongers. I'm sure at least one person was around for that era of Twitch. I can't be the only one left. Just close that. Just pop up here. You gonna open the door? Gonna do it? Heard the gunshots. I mean, close enough. I have this emote. This is just really silly because it's like, it's an emote of a copy pasta. Back when like the most popular to spam emote was just Franker Z. You know, it was kind of like the last era of like Twitch spam that I genuinely enjoyed. But it's only lunchtime. I mean, just have like an 18-course buffet for lunch. Like, it's fine. Just party like you're Elvis. Come on. I'm surprised he didn't go into repair mode off of that. Kind of figured he would like go into the smoke screen when I blew those up, but he didn't. Let's grab us an AV1 Marine armor. What do we get? Partial cold protection. Oh, that's actually useful. Yeah, no, absolutely. Windatar. I mean, it wasn't then, but it was, you had to put some effort into it. You know, it's just like whenever somebody posts a like massive ASCII cock in my chat, I can't even be mad because so much work and artistry actually goes into building those. Like genuinely, it's like I'm just usually when that happens, it's just like I'll usually bop the person, but after I finish laughing, like. There was this novelty account, which was genuinely hilarious, who probably still does this, over in the Just Chatting directory, back when I used to hang out over there for my record streams, because I used to do the record streams over there when they were a lot longer. And there was this one person named Dong Awareness who would pop in around noon, 11 a.m. to about noon every day, and he would just mass spam. Every single one would be different, too. He just had, like, a macro that would just spam different ASCII dicks. So it was really funny, because, like, you'd go in... every time I'd ask him, like, are you a bot? And then I'd usually time him out or ban him, because, like, the chat would be unreadable. But there was one time he popped in and, like, wasn't spamming and just was talking and was like, yo, look me up on Twitter. Like, and I looked up the hashtag Dong Awareness, and it was, like, a bunch of people, like, complaining that this person's harassing women. And he's like, I don't harass women. I go out of my way to find dudes because they think it's funny. The girls report me. It was a fun little conversation that we had. Cooking mackerel for supper? That sounds supper. Super. That's what I was trying to say. Arm.
No room.
No room. Sads. Oh well. Just please no Mario shitting in my chat. Okay, thanks. I think I'm gonna come back here at the end of the floor and repair my armor. Ow. Also, Orange, how are you? It's good to see you. How'd the comedy thing go? Two bulk armor packs, not one, two. Well, we're fire resistant and dirt durable now. Just fire resistant because it won't let me put more on. Tied just before Black Site. Rip.
No room.
Why was I moving so quickly? Didn't need to be. I'm just gonna walk away. This all seems real messy. Please bleed. Hopefully to death. Alright, not bad. Lightly boil water noodles, put some peanut butter in, and parm. Not your proudest moment? My not proudest moment meal, I would say, is probably like pasta noodles, just simple linguine, and butter, and a little bit of salt. That's probably not my proudest moment meal. Ow. I don't like where we're standing here. You guys keep hitting me with these sidearms and shit. And it hoits. Did I kill you? No, I didn't. No, I did. Also, I think I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to run you back up here. Going to dismantle the auto rifle that I'm currently using. Keep the deagle in my inventory so I can shoot something if I need to. Pick you up. Run all the way back up here. And use it. Stabilize you. Auto-calibrate you. Charge you with a multi-tool. Repair my armor. I'm gonna go drop all that 9mm that I had lying around. Oh, right. Right. I had compartments and now I no longer have compartments, so my inventory got smaller. Talked a bit and you showed him some of what you've written and he thinks that he wants you to come in around December for a Christmas thing he's doing. Sounds fun. I mean, you know, stand-up comedy is like karaoke. It pays to be good at it, but it's often better if you're not. Storage room has an unknown EV2 combat armor, hey? Some machine. Mysterious habitat. You know, maybe... Don't know what route I want to go. Let's take another point and angry motherfucker. Kind of want to go to the pit to get more inventory space, because that almost always has a backpack. Just focusing on yourself first rather than making other people laugh sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a good idea. I've never been super heavily into comedy. I know a few people who like go out of their way to go to comedy shows constantly. It's like comedian in town, go to comedy show. Improv night, go to the show. If it's a just a bunch of random locals telling some jokes on a stage, go throw peanuts at them. But I've never been heavily into that scene. Not that it's bad, it's just not a scene I've ever been into. I don't mind watching like recordings of some comedy stuff, but that's not something that I go out of my way to view. So to anybody watching the stream right now, if you've picked this game up recently, what do you think? And have you ever played a traditional roguelike before? Because like for the past, over a year, I've been recommending this game to people who are new to the genre as like, oh, this might be a good starting point. But like, I only know that to a degree. I only really know that from personal experience. I'm curious. I'm just gonna pick up the big med kit. I feel like I'm gonna want it.
No room.
Maybe once a week when I liked the headliner. You pop in if you happen to be nearby and free. Fair enough. You're terrible at it and you love it. Weren't you having problems running it?
I think that's all of them.
Yeah, Dungeon Mans counts. I'd love to play more Dungeon Mans, but Dungeon Mans has a mechanic that really bothers me. It's not like what I would describe as game breaking or anything, but Dungeon Mans has respawning enemies. And I hate respawning enemies. It's my least favorite mechanic you could put into a roguelike, period. And they respawn in every dungeon, so it makes backtracking annoying. Say it, thanks for the host. Thank you very much for the 3 months!
Joy.
Your name always trips me up. Vergula Leal. Nah, probably destroyed it. Thank you very much for the 3 months. Welcome back. Chuck, can I get a big round of beers for the resub? Far too gung-ho and run into dangerous situations? Yeah. Yeah, no, I've tried recently to, like, slow down. And not quite... I don't need to slow play the game. Like, I don't need to take 4 hours in a zone, which would be optimal, probably, but... I'm trying to, not beat the game in 1 hour 40 and beat the game in, like, 3 hours. Or 3 to 4 hours, which I think is, like, enough time to actually make the right decisions, especially with how hard the endgame is now. But you can play, like, really fast without thinking too much on easy. Whale, whale, whale.
Well, well, well. If it isn't blind IRL, yeah, launch.
Who? Is that some streamer? Thanks, H2O, for the 5th month with the Prime. Welcome back. By the way, just a heads up to anybody in the UK. Subs should be cheaper for you now. I think it's just the UK right now. Owie. Got a fruit fly buzzing around my eye. Oh, check this out. Auto reload weapon when swapping to it. Let's give you the swap harness. I'll just make sure to keep you reloaded. Hell yeah. I mean, like, you're going to hear a lot of streamers over the next little bit talking about money because it just means that we're getting paid less for subscriptions now. But frankly, I'm not too concerned. There's always a little bit of stress around it, but I think it's a net positive. If anything, I'm kind of sad that I still have to pay $6.99 for a Twitch sub over here, but, you know. Oh, Canada. If you don't know what DK is, you should have done your geography classes in school. When you were in school downtime before COVID, there was a point when you were there often enough that they asked you if you were comfortable being the fall guy when they needed a heckler to roast for a charity event. Fair enough. The fall guy. You should just show up in a fall guy's suit and just stand in the back and go, or just make fall guy sounds. Level 3 has a nice armor set in it. Uh-oh. I'm just gonna back up. It's not optimal. Damn it. Ow. I love it when unstable dude walks around corner and it's like, well, you live here now, so I guess I will shoot you. Bye, I guess. But not of DK. Chat, can we all just, like, post beers until Orange figures out what DK is? I've never seen that gun before. I'm not going to use it because I have no ammo for it. Oh, no, okay, I have seen this one. The Emperor protects. Convert and ignore pain accuracy penalties into critical chance. Yeah. I do know what that one is. Yeah, it's definitely Death Knight. Definitely Death Knight. I think next turn I'm going to put a point into army surplus.
No room.
You know, it's funny because it's in crypto. I mean, it's funny because if Orange said that, like, if Orange just simply asked, where is DK? I wouldn't have said anything. But I think it's funny that he said Donkey Kong specifically. It's like, oh, not only do you not know, but you're so far, you're so far away from not knowing that, like, you automatically go to Donkey Kong. But should we tell him, Chad, or should we just let him Google it eventually? Hey, Psychon, how was you? Because he's DK. He's Donkey Kong. Yeah. Because DK definitely stands for dangly crackers. What, Keck W? Or literally, I'm stupid? Because, like, if you Google I'm stupid, I'm not actually sure what will pop up. I kind of want Google to just like write "I'm sorry" or something as the recommended result. Or like, go to school, nerd. Increase my health, please. But Keck W is the meme face of the of Spanish guy laughing. I think he's Spanish. Maybe he's from Mexico. Can't remember. But for this game packet, I am actually on the side of mouse support. It was one of the first features I asked for, but I have a very specific reason for asking for it. And the reason I will still complain to Epion that this game doesn't have mouse support is I know of a couple of people, to be specific, who have no motor functions of their hands and are incapable of using keyboards.
That takes care of this area.
They do have the ability, however, to use either a virtual keyboard or simply one of them can use a mouse because he can, like, he has control of 2 of his fingers, but the other one just has like a light on his hat basically, and they would love this game. They both play and stream XCOM, and they would genuinely love this game. I'd like these guys to play it, but they can't because it's keyboard only. Keyboard or controller only. So, whoa! Goffer! Thank you. Chit! For checking out 5-pack of subs. You guess. You guess what? Cheers, Goffer. Thank you. Hope you've been well. We'll be kind of forced to address it. I mean, I think it's, I mean, you indirectly gave me money, yeah? I mean, you gave Twitch money, which will then give me money, according to the money that you gave to Twitch. But thank you, Goffer. Cheers. No, it literally is an accessibility issue. Like, to me, it's like, it's just as important as having, like, scalable UI for people with visual problems, right? Or, like, the option that was added that makes the background of the text solid instead of opaque so that I can read the text in the game properly, right? Like, I can't read the text in the game if the backgrounds for the UI are opaque, but if it's solid black, I can read it. Kind of busy lately? Gotcha. So I guess I earn a part of your good fortune. Well, thank you. I've never actually played Dungeons & Dreadmore, so I don't know. It was gifted to me by one of my mods, and I haven't played it. Or no, he's not one of my mods, but by my artist, and I haven't played it. So I don't know. I have not played Dreadmore. I mean, it's not like it's not a every roguelike has it feature, but I feel like every roguelike should have it. Especially this one where it has perfect controller support. So I don't know. Probably gonna get a new helmet soon. I want to take that. Had is accurate. I have too many fucking med kits. But yeah, no, literally I want it specifically for my friends at Able Gamers because They've advocated for like issues that I have, which is which is visual issues. So visual clarity in games is important to me. So because I've seen them actively advocating for visual clarity and menu options and font options and such, I will bitch, moan, and complain if games don't have mouse support. But I've done a lot of that at Epion, and I hope that other people do the same, and hopefully they add it. Dungeons of Dreadmore can be played with mouse only? Well, there you go. Speaking of games that don't have mouse support, Jupiter Hell is at 363 concurrent players, a new all-time high. Hell yeah. Yeah, no, this really should have it. Like, there's, like, I understand the argument against it. Like, as a roguelike player, I fully get it. Like, I don't personally, like, speaking as a purist asshole, gatekeeping piece of shit that I am, this game shouldn't have controller support. It should only be keyboard support, and it has to be only a numpad. Like, if you're playing this game with WASD, what the fuck are you even doing? Like, that's me talking as the elitist that's in my heart. But as an actual human being who has a little bit of empathy for people, this should support a Guitar Hero controller. It's so comfy and good. Sure, fair enough. Controllers make my hands hurt. Cheers, Goffer. Hell yeah. So, like, there's been a lot of reviews that are just like, I was asked nicely by the dev, or someone asked me to review this so that the Steam algorithm gods are nice. I'm like, hey, people are listening. I mean, it's selling, which is the coolest part, so. Did I? Yes, I did. I've never had a keyboard without a numpad outside of a laptop keyboard that outside of the laptops that I used to own, but my second laptop had a numpad. It is so fucking weird. Genuinely fucking weird to be using a keyboard with a numpad and then suddenly not have a numpad. Like, it feels wrong. It feels so wrong. It's like not being allowed to wear 2 socks while wearing shoes. It's very strange to me. Like, I get weird. Like, it weirds me out to not have a numpad. No, because I've only ever had my desk, and I don't use a keyboard on a sofa because I don't have a TV. So, I mean, like, I've definitely been forced to use them. I'm saying I've never owned one. Outside of laptop keyboards. Outside of a single laptop keyboard. All right, well, we have Survivor now, which gives us a health gate of 25 and regeneration of 3 HP per turn. Still sitting on that shoddy amp. I didn't even look at what was on it. Shotgun shred capacitor adds 50% critical shotgun damage. Ooh. And adds 20% critical chance. Nice. So it's just basically shotgun crit box on my back. Epion is here. He's just lurking. He's out getting food. He said he'll probably be back later, but he is lurking. But he'll definitely see that on the VOD. Well, I mean, he was saying something about 3 weeks break after hot fixes are done. And then a chill, easygoing polish patch before they start adding content again. But currently they're just hot fixing stuff in, like, another thing that I've heard through the grapevine is getting added to the game for accessibility reasons is the screen shake when you shoot big gun. Currently, you can't turn it off, and that's either deactivatable now or soon to be deactivatable. I don't know if that's been added in yet, though. Not yet. Hope he enjoys those 3 rates. You know, I think I speak for the planet. I think most of the planet could use a vacation right about now. A lot of people are finally getting them, but like, you know, pandemic shit's not over to the point where it's like, I'm jealous of anybody who gets to go on a vacation right now because it's like, I don't think I'll be able to go on a vacation for a very long time. Although as a streamer, I'm almost at the point of stability where I could consider going on a vacation. Although I think if I were to do that, I would probably like record a shit ton of YouTube stuff just so that no one notices. I mean, patching your game post-launch is like some of the most important patches you'll get out because it proves to people that you are, and in fact, willing to work in features that they want, right? Which is extremely important for the trust of your new audience, right? Because a lot of new people have just come into the game, and like, as somebody who's played this game, I know that this game's very good about patching and updating, and no one's gonna go read the patch history, come on. So it's very important that they get timely hot fixes out, just to kind of keep faith from the new community that's jumped on board. Bethesda's a very different kind of thing, though. It's a very different kind of studio, very different kind of games. It's like, I know that's an easy joke, but like, but it's not a fair, it's apples and oranges. That's not a fair comparison. Although the way Bethesda would do that is just release the game and then 3 weeks later release the mod support and say, you fucking fix it. That's like, that's the Bethesda version of that. You know, it's just release the mod support so that people still remember that you're still Bethesda. Actually, no, I was thinking about this the other night. What happens if, hypothetically, right? Hypothetically, Starfield comes out and it doesn't have mod support? I've been wondering about what would happen for a little bit. Oh no, totally. Like it's like the only reason people play their garbage video games is because of the mod support. Dead game in 4 months. I mean, 4 months. you gave it 4 months? That's generous. Jeez. I'm leaving so many medkits on the ground. I hate it. Oh yeah, hunt. Convenient. Investments are open. Heads up, chat. Won't be on a tight schedule to do it, and he'll have a lot more freedom with future updates. I would agree that they'll have a lot more freedom with future updates if the game is extremely successful from this point forward. Like if the game goes from being like niche indie game or hidden gem, as we like to affectionately call them, to a air quotes successful, like they have, you know, all of their debts are paid off, everybody's good to go, they can do all of their physical editions and start working on ports. At that point, then yes, I would agree. 76 was dead on arrival? You think 76 is dead? What the fuck are you smoking? 76 is alive and well. What the fuck you on about? Like, as much as we wish it was dead on arrival, and I do, that game is far from dead. The game's extremely successful. It makes tons of money. It's got an active player base. I mean, it could have been a much bigger game had its quality control been better. But does it really matter? I mean, people buy the microtransactions. They play the video game. They buy it. It sells well. It's got active players. A dead game is like a game that's been shut down, right? Like the Matrix Online is a dead game. As an example. Lore. I hate these things. It's okay, I gotta use some of these med kits at some point. Really wasn't expecting to run into a Medusa this early. But I've also been playing on medium too much.
Done. Where next?
Sure, but... Well, I mean, then you're just intentionally ignorant, and that's fine, Frog for Hire. Well, I mean, Ultima Online has a niche community. I mean, officially, yes, it's dead. But there's currently 10,000 people playing Fallout 76 on Steam, with a monthly peak of 15,000. That is not dead. Now, a much closer to dead game is Marvel's Avengers. Although even Marvel's Avengers was down to 500 concurrent players in June. They apparently peaked to 10K the other day. I don't know what the hell happened, but people are playing this game again, sort of. I mean, it's dropping again real quick. Maybe they had like a free weekend. I don't know. That's a dying game. Fallout 76 is very far from dead. I mean, here's the thing though, right? Game doesn't review well, people say it's a dead game. Game doesn't get a lot of public press, people say it's a dead game. There's a lot of games that are alive and well that are fully funded, paying for their servers and paying for a development team to maintain it that are not good. I will 100% agree with you if you say that Fallout 76 is garbage, because it is. It's a terrible fucking video game. Literally the last hammer in the coffin of a once grand franchise, in my opinion. But it's not dead. People play it. Like, you can say it's a shit show, you can say it's terrible, you can say it's awful, you can say it's bad, but it's not dead. As much as I'm with you, I want it to be dead. It's not. Oh, something born. Blah, 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 blah. No, not Hellborn. Fuck. Battleborn. Yeah, that's the name of that game. Battleborn. You know what's sad about Battleborn? Is that game was actually really fun. I played that game a bit. That game was great. I liked it. It was a little first-person MOBA. That's just what it was. It had towers, it had minions, it had lanes. That game was a bit of fun. I genuinely liked that game. I played it during a free weekend and didn't pay any money for it. For like 6 hours with some friends. It was a good time. That game's kind of a pity. It was just managed terribly, marketed terribly, and it was terrible marketing. But yeah, no, that's specifically the point that I will argue to death here on this one, is I will argue to death that as much as I will completely agree with you that Fallout 76 is not a good game, and I'm always amazed that people still play it, but I know a few people who honestly defend it and say that they enjoy it. especially like people who say that they enjoy the writing that's in there now and the characters that are in there now. And I know some people who call it their favorite Fallout game ever, which I think is whack. But, you know, like, people are entitled to their opinions, and there are people who genuinely like that game. And it is far from dead because enough people play it that they are paying to keep the servers up. So I'm actually going to take that one because it's got nice perks on it. Leave that. No, that's just... They did... Okay, so they didn't try to make a porn Reddit for it. But the founder of Gearbox is a creepy pedophile who started tweeting about porn for it, saying, be careful what you Google when looking for battle porn fan art because there's a lot of real dirty stuff out there.
This place is old. Very old.
And he's still employed and gets massive paychecks every year. Sure. But that doesn't... Just because a game is dead to you doesn't mean a game is dead, right? So find different ways to describe your emotional feeling towards that game. Because it's unfortunately not a dead game, and I'm completely in the same boat with you. There's a unique up there. Look at that. There's a unique. I'm not taking the heart, by the way. I'm just gonna take the 2 items and leave. Running low on shoddy ammo. Also, I don't believe I said that you specifically did Frog for Hire. To me it's more of a bigger subject about stating that games are dead, purely because they either haven't gotten a patch in like 30 minutes, or because they don't like it, or because another game came out. Like, I get it's to me it's like the same argument that I say when people say that PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is dead. You know, when people are like, PUBG's a dead game, which, you know, I mean, is it as popular as Fortnite? No. But, like, is it still, like, the 4th biggest game in the world? Yeah. Like, and I see that term thrown around very loosely. Like, oh, it's very easy for a game to be dead. And it's like, well, for a game to be dead, it needs to be literally unplayable outside of private servers. And if a game is open source, then it will never be dead. As much as you want it to be. Like, I wish that World of Warcraft was a dead game because I dislike WoW greatly. But I won't ever call it dead.
No ammo.
Right.
Reload.
Still got the Deagle. How do I feel about Slay the Spire? If I ever have to play another fucking card game, I might quit streaming. That's how I feel about Slay the Spire. So fucking tired of playing digital goddamn card games. I love physical card games, but fucking stop making card games. Christ, people. One other thing I'll say about Slay the Spire is, no, it's not a roguelike. It's a deck builder, which is a completely different genre of game. Last I checked, most deck builders have a replayable nature. If you must, you could call it a run-based deck builder, but it's not a roguelike, not even remotely close. I mean, back then that was fair, but they resurrected it. The reason they had an explosion of users again is really, really, really simple. Back at launch, Fallout 76 launched only on the Bethesda launcher. And I don't know about you guys, but people have the Bethesda launcher installed. Anyway, it's now on Steam, which is why it has a buttload of players again. It's because they released it on Steam. And so all those Steam users that were laughing about how bad it is because they didn't want to install the Bethesda launcher went and bought it. So, I mean, I don't know if it necessarily had the No Man's Sky treatment because it's not a good game now. I mean, it actually has writing in it, which is better, I guess. Ooh. Fancy shoddy denial. I don't believe I've ever seen this one. Shoots cause a secondary shockwave around you. Oh. I haven't seen this one. But I have seen the one that is like it. There's another one that causes a shockwave, except it's the lightning bolt ammo. What's it called? Plasma shoddy. Man, you give me a fancy shoddy and not a shotgun amp. I'm a little bit offended, game. Little bit offended. You'd boot up Magic the Gathering Arena? I mean, it's just... I know a lot of people love card games, and this is just purely my own opinion. Like, you can play all the card games you want to your heart's content if you like them. But I find card games, digital card games specifically, to be tedious as fuck. I like physical card games with people because you can place the cards down. Like, it's a good medium to play physical games. I find it clunky as shit in a game. It's like, it's a friend of mine, Scott Morag. He compares card games to like RPG combat. He's like, oh, it's just like a JRPG combat system, but that's got more depth. It's like, sure. No, my most powered up gun is an assault rifle. But I have a shotgun amp, so I was hoping that it would give me that, but it didn't. Anyway. Where was I going? Words. I'm just mad it didn't give me armor. I was kind of hoping it would. Oh, well. Anyway, digital card games are great for the people that like them. I never want to play another one ever again. To give you an idea on how tired I am of digital card games, I've turned down 4 sponsorship opportunities in the last 3 months for card games. Like, politely, nope, I don't like digital card games. Just be like, I'm actively saying no to money to play them. That's how tired of digital card games I am. And like, I'll get excited for a game and then I'll learn that it's a card game and I'll instantly lose all interest. That was clunky. Not a fan of that. Well, then it's not deck, right? I mean, FTL isn't a roguelike. World of Horror isn't a roguelike. I didn't play World of Horror because it had too many cards in it. FTL I played on my tablet years ago, but because I had a used tablet when I was homeless, but I don't like playing it on a computer. FTL's great, but it's not a roguelike. I wouldn't even call it a roguelite. No, those... Here's the thing. Stop calling them roguelikes and roguelites for that reason, what you just did. Right? Stop calling them roguelikes and roguelites. It's roguelikes and run-based games. And the reason I say that is because the problem with the term roguelite is it's too similar to roguelike, where people typo it all the time. I fucking typo it, and no one knows what you're talking about in conversation. Change the name. Run-based game. Those are all run-based games. How do I feel about them? I mean, the only one out of that list I've really played is FTL. I played the demo of World of Horror, and I love the aesthetic of it, but I don't really want to play that game. No, they're not. To that last thing you said. I didn't want to turn my camera on today. The genres are not set. In this chat room, they're run-based games. Whenever I have this conversation with people, they immediately go, that makes sense, and agree with me. And I'm not the only person who says that. Genres are only set if you keep saying it. So help me fix this problem. And help me stop people from being so fucking confused all the time. Because it's not helping anybody. Hello, Faulted. How are you? It's good to see you. We stopped calling shooters Doom clones for a reason. If it's literally only using one mechanic from roguelikes, it's not even a light version. The only game that I would sort of consider a roguelite is Unexplored. And the only reason I would do that is because it literally is a roguelike up until the point where it's real time. It has every single trapping from it. I won't call FTL a roguelike because it's not even remotely close. It's a fucking choose your own adventure multi-route strategy game. That's run-based. It's great. I love FTL. It's a very, very good game. Not even remotely close to a roguelike. A WoW clone or a WoW killer. Those are the two MMOs. Yeah, apparently the dev abandoned it. I don't know. I've actually met the developer for World of Horror. I spoke with them at PAX West. The lead programmer, designer. If you want that type of art style in a different game, look up Death Crown, which is a finished game. And not Abandonware. Really busy lately? I mean, it's busy season, dude. Go do what you gotta do. Thanks for thinking of me.
No ammo left.
Alright, I just need to swap to that gun whenever I'm opening up a chest. You missed Doom Clone? There's a game that came out recently that I would actually call a Doom clone. Proteus. I would call Proteus a Doom clone to a degree. Although it's got more in common with, it's got more in common with, what's it called? Quake, because of its control scheme. Let's take bleed immunity. Repair my armor. Pick that up. That game is so good. Yeah, no, totally. Like I would call, see, Proteus I would call a Doom clone, right? I would call Proteus a Doom clone. Although also in regards to the roguelite and the roguelike conversation, I could see an argument to be made to call Binding of Isaac a roguelite, just because it is so close as well in its structure. But I've just stopped calling all games that call themselves roguelikes that aren't roguelikes, roguelites, or roguelikes, or any of that. Just because it's just, or even action roguelike. Like, it's too fucking messy, right? So I am going to continue informing people that they should refer to, you know, any game that's just run-based as a run-based game. Because then you can have a run-based anything. You can have a run-based platformer like Spelunky. You could have a run-based RPG. You could have a run-based real-time strategy game. You could have a run-based city builder. You could have a run-based deck builder. It even rolls off the tongue better than roguelite. I hate them because I can't see projectiles, so. I find the Binding of Isaac style of video game to actually be kind of infuriating. Especially because I wasn't able to play Binding of Isaac because it did a very good job of making me want to throw up. Oh, they broke open the vault without me having to unlock it. Okay, there's 3 things left. Ay, ay, ay. Well,
Seems I got them all.
at least I'm doing a good enough amount of damage to kill them. And you give me a pistol amp. Just fucking throw me a bone here, game. Not really.
It's freezing.
It's the same as any other Medusa. Chat, I need to take a quick piss. I'll be back in a minute. Ah, yes, we call that Friendly Neighborhood Reaver packet. Friendly Neighborhood Reaver, we call them. Speaking of Friendly Neighborhood Reavers, chat, Friendly Neighborhood Reaver will not attack you on level 2 of Callisto if you post a beer in the chat room. Otherwise, you are never safe. I find it very funny that these guys are not immune to freezing.
No ammo. Reload.
And that I keep missing these 67 shots. Chat room, I did ask you to post beers. Just type in the word beer. Let's see how many beers we can get. I am a beer. I mean, you need access to beer again, but, you know. If I could just, you know, get those nifty follow emotes from Twitch, I might make beer a follow emote. Ultimate! Well, now you have a reason to post beer, chat. Thank you very much for subscribing with Prime. Enjoy those stupid skulls. And the dwarfs and the beers and stuff. I was trying to figure out why he exploded. He shot a rocket launcher point blank at the wall. Thank you very much for that Prime sub. Cheers.
What do we have here?
Another shoddy, apparently.
No room.
No room. I have too many large med kits. I think I'm going to just use one of them and dump the key card because I need that shoddy ammo.
No ammo. Reload.
Alrighty, Faulted. As always, you know, if you miss the streams, the VODs do go up on YouTube. Don't forget. Shoutouts to Army Surplus. Yeah, it looks like bot's not working. Hold up. Oh, authentication token ran out. Hold on. Gotta get a two-factor. The authentication token for my bot decided to stop working. There you go. Now it's working, which means is also up. All right. And there we go. Now we move over to the right.
No ammo.
The problem with this shoddy is I have to be very careful
I think that's all of them.
about what I'm standing next to when I pull the trigger on it. These little blow barrels up right next to me. I want to check something. All right, let's go dive into the entrance of Io. This run has gone way too smoothly. It's gone way too smoothly. All right, chat, now that bot is fixed, can I get a round of beers? If you're lurking in the stream, just because we got the brand new Prime subscription, can you please type in the word beer? Let's see how many beers we can get for that brand new subscription. Now that I got the bot fixed. There we go. It's working now. As it should be.
It stinks like rotten meat. but
Because
looks
it stinks
belongs
like
to
rotten
Io
meat.
base.
Probably means I need to shower. I don't hear any explosions. Pro tip, beer Beermanier, top left of the screen, the letter H. It's hard. I don't believe I've ever been attacked here before.
No ammo. Reload.
On IO. Let's see if we get new armor here. Just gonna close that door.
That's better.
I'm very annoyed by the fact that they didn't fight amongst themselves at all. And I actually have to manually kill all these dudes. I kind of hope Epion gets back by the time I get to the boss fight, though. I will say that.
There's nothing here.
You didn't give me the ammo type I wanted, game. Gross.
Yes, I needed that. That's better.
Jesus. Remember how I said that this run was going way too smooth? Also, there goes my helmet.
That's better. Seems I got them all.
Alright, well. Whoops. It was only a matter of time before I made a bad decision. And that was it. And that was it. At least it didn't kill me, though. I should have EMP'd it. Oh well. Now I need a helmet. That's gonna be sketchy. Although I'm sure we can do just fine. But yeah, no, Beerman here, if you wanted to ever check the difficulty in this game, just look at the top right of the screen.
No room.
It will tell you the difficulty. Well, 0.1 hours played, garbage. Cool. Seems like a well thought out. Wow, you're not wrong. 0.1 hours. Garbage. Huh. Oh, hey, I know this person. You know, that's almost as good as my favorite review for any game ever on Steam, which was a review for a game called Parkitect. And the review was like 0.2 hours, and it was just, I hate the visuals. It's like, I hate the graphics in this game. It's like, wait a second. If you hate the graphics, why did you, like, buy it? Like, what? Like, you just, you hated the graphics so much that you installed it, you purchased it and installed it to insult the graphics. I think it's a combination of people are dumb, and I think it's also people are extremely either unaware or ignorant to the fact that negative reviews like that heavily impact people's livelihoods. Yeah, exactly. It's like, how have you, did you watch the trailer? Did you, you know, look at a GIF of the video game? Because if no, then that's on you. Also, I thought that you needed like 2 hours to review a Steam game. Did they change that? Or am I making up that that was a thing? Cry Laboratory. Under the umbrella of dumb? No. It's just ignorance. silly, maybe. I don't know if I'd call it dumb. I know for returns, but I thought for a time you needed to have a certain amount of time played to review it too. I think I'm gonna do mines. Yeah, I think we're gonna do mines.
No room.
Maybe. I don't know. That's what I was wondering, but I mean, I could be completely wrong. Like that may have never been a feature and I'm like misremembering, which is a possibility. My memory isn't what it used to be. Unfortunately.
Seems I got 'em all.
Got him. All right. Find a med kit.
No room.
Kind of want... Oh my god, thank you, game. And a gas mask. That's super helpful for where we're headed. Yeah, it's fine. Do I chuck the deagle and take an axe? I think I do. Replace the extra space with 762. Although, I put the axe in spot 3.
No room.
Alright, so I gotta go to the next floor. You're using that from here from now on? What, to call yourself stupid? I mean, that's what it's for. That and to, you know, hilariously debate people. Versus... Wait, what type of armors are they? And I have a very specific question. Do you have a dodge build? Because the weaker the armor, the lighter the armor, and the less dodge penalty. It's Bomberman. You should leave a negative review for if it's that new Bomberman, you should leave a negative review. Or don't. I mean, you live your life.
No room.
I might just wait back here. Here comes the hunt. How have you been liking the game, by the way, Yukim? And the high defense is 20. I mean, at that point, like, those are your options, right? It's like, it depends on, for me, it would depend on whether or not I have a build based around expecting to not take damage. Like, if I was, like, dodge heavy, then that's what I would take. It would be wrong of you to negative review something you probably wouldn't like to begin with. Fair enough. Like, I got really mad at a viewer once who left a negative review on Caves of Cud. In hindsight, I was cranky that day and probably shouldn't have been so grumpy. But the review was literally just... Sorry, I heard something. Not the review. There's something going on outside I want to listen to for a second. I think I just heard somebody die. I'm pretty certain I just heard someone die. I just heard a pop, 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 like a bunch of gunshots went off, and then a buttload of sirens. So anyway, no, the thing that the review said was literally just, I'm sure that it was a negative review, product refunded, and it said, I'm sure this game is excellent. Okay, was what it said in the very beginning of the review was, I'm sure this game is excellent. And then, but the controls seem complicated and I don't feel like learning them right now, so I'm going to leave a negative review. Thank you for your time. Make simpler control schemes. And it was like 0.1 time. I mean, I don't know, did you? When did Dark? Also, Windatar, can you do me a huge favor and join my Discord so I can DM you? Or DM me on Discord, either way. Well, as long as it's Surrey and not Delta. Anything's better than Delta. It's like anti-dodge Slither. It's like the whatever the polar opposite of dodge is. It's a negative stat towards your dodge, is Slither. So if you or if you're trying to aim basically at them and you have high accuracy, it does the opposite of accuracy. So it subtract the sliver from your accuracy essentially. Is Slither. I was lurking in your stream last night. I was enjoying Heroes of Might and Magic. Haz, how are you? All right. I hate it when they do that. When there's just like a rocket launcher right behind a health pack. It's like, there's a health kit right here. You have to die to get it though. I don't think there's a door behind it. Jesus. Am I going to use an EMP grenade on that? I think I am. How do you like him? Ultimate? At the last red door, but you have no more keycards? No. Usually one of the robots in vaults drops one keycard. I don't know if it's a guaranteed drop or not, but if you haven't cleared all the baddies, maybe clear the baddies. That's our exit.
No room.
Whoa.
Finally.
Already didn't pick that card up? Gotcha. Yeah, at that point, then I don't know.
That's better.
Hallelujah. How's the run so far? Well, we almost died half a second ago. Because that dude did a lot more damage than I was expecting. Actually, I think it was primarily the dude behind him that did all the damage, but... Speaking of, actually, how much damage does this do now? Oh, now it also causes chilling. Neat. I played it like 15 years ago, but yeah. I have indeed played Heroes 3. I think I own it, actually. On at least one platform, maybe two.
No room. This should be it.
Alrighty, let's put another point into... Iron Man. Just for the HP, because screw dying. Screw dying. Dying is for nerds and dead people.
Who needs light anyway?
But I'll put it this way, Huz. I played enough Heroes 3 to despise every other Heroes of Might and Magic game. With an absolute fucking passion. So that's my take on Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Is I played enough of it to know that every other Heroes of Might and Magic game is really bad. And I also played enough of it that I'm very excited for Songs of Conquest. Yeah, I literally just... I've played probably the most Heroes 3, but I've also played 4, 6, and 7, I think. And a little bit of that mobile game. And I hated every single one of them, so... That's my take on Heroes 3. They made 3 mobile games? One of them was free to play, the other 2 you could just buy.
No ammo. Reload.
I love that I'm just destroying the doors around me. You could barely understand English, I get you. I mean, to be fair, I played Heroes 3 when I was so small. I could barely understand English. This seems suboptimal. Let's just do that. Jump in here. Go 1. 2 multi-tools. I'd rather not lose my helmet again. A really strong shotty. I like it. I need to hoard more ammo for it, though. No. And that's probably always the disappointing response, but weapons depend on build, not preference. And build often depends on luck of what you get, right? So I don't have a favorite weapon style in this game because, well, first and foremost, easy answer, they're all kind of cool, but primarily because they're all necessary for a good run.
No room. No room.
So what the hell is the point of choosing a favorite if half the time you're not going to get to use your favorite? Also, I technically haven't seen every gun in the game. There's plenty of uniques I haven't seen. This shotgun that I'm using right now, I've never seen before. You've got this one. It's a pretty good gun. Crypt Blank goes well with it. Also, chat, I was in a meeting the other day, and yesterday, and the person I was in the meeting with described my stream as kind of ranty. Would you agree? But as a compliment. Cry assholes, yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Guarantee certain weapon types, yes. And there's a perk, which I'm currently using, which guarantees ammo type for the weapon that I currently have equipped.
Jam it full of shit, garbage, shit sugar, and put it in a shit bottle that sounds like shit when you put it on your shit. It's shit. Stop eating ketchup.
You smell like shit, garbage, shit, sugar. Sheesh.
No ammo. Reload.
Eh. There we go. Who needs light anyway? Holy fucking Luya.
No room.
A little bit redundant to take that. Especially for where I'm about to go. Alright, we're going down. Just gonna heal off the floor with that one. Everything's just exploding. I didn't do it. Also can confirm, yes, you still get XP when things die off screen. Archreaver's plating, yeah. Not taking that. It's cool. All of those are cool. All of the relics are cool. But I just... No thanks. Not while still trying to get good. Did I kill it? Nope. Didn't kill either of them, actually.
No room. No ammo. Reload.
I love how I'm taking literally like no damage from this shit. Regenerate 3 HP per turn in combat.
No ammo. Reload.
Master trait's fully leveled up. Means we pretty good. We pretty Gucci at this point. Barrels are scary all of a sudden because I blow them up. Like that. Can you quit that shit, you fucks? Well, there goes my helmet. I guess I should have repaired it, but it was so close to breaking, it's like I don't really want to use the multi-tools on that.
No ammo. Reload.
Got a relic early on this playthrough that does 10% minus 10% damage, but hereby sets enemies on fire. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that's actually one of the few that I'll use because there's another one also that it's immune to bleed, but it makes enemies bleed. I'll also use that one, especially early game, because it's some actually nice bonus damage, but it becomes inconsequential pretty quickly. Why is there so many poison barrels everywhere? So I'm no longer immune to poison, meaning that the next area is going to be very annoying. And it doesn't look like there's a helmet anywhere in here, which is also kind of annoying. All right, let's check bottom left, because not everything is dead yet, meaning maybe there's something down here.
That takes care of this area.
All right, maybe there's some kind of chest back up in here. This area is way bigger than I expected. I almost thought about just leaving. Nope. All right, well, let's go to that next area. Wish me luck, chat. I'm probably going to need it. Also, thank you very much for all the follows today. A lot of new followers coming in. Well, guess I will repair my armor. Grab that.
No room. No room.
Use 2 of those.
That's
I'm going to use 2 small med kits and pick those up.
no room.
Really? Okay. Don't need those smoke grenades. Let's go.
It's quiet.
I got this in the bag.
Quiet.
Now that's overconfidence, which is a slow and insidious killer. Or in this game, a quick and sudden killer. And I didn't even see that, Jesus. This map makes me wish that the grid still worked. Oh, God. Because the grid... Oh, jeez. I thought it was dissipating. The grid would make navigating this area so much easier for me. For fuck's sake, can you stop hitting me? I'm gonna die from dot damage in here.
That's better.
This is very upsetting. Trying to find the chest, because there's a helmet in here. To anybody who's been watching a lot of streams of this game, what are some things that you think kill newbies the most? I see a lot of people underestimate poison. Like, a lot of people underestimate poison. Oh, come on. Trying to find the chests. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, come on.
That's better.
Can I just scream and kill you immediately? 3, okay.
Yes, I needed that.
Didn't want to use that med kit. This is not worth it. Okay. There we go. Now immune to the effects of poison. Hallelujah. Not even gonna look at what that one is. Prototype device for modifying a weapon. Magazines applies the nanotech perk. And the only thing I could put it on is that. How about instead I take the AV1 Hyper Blaster. I don't even know what the nanotech perk does. I certainly don't want it on my axe. I mean, should also put that down and grab a weapon for a more civilized age. Stabilized and spin up.
See you in hell, bastards.
All right, well. This weapon doesn't need ammo when reloading. Hold on a second, then why the heck would you, what would that do if I put you onto a melee weapon? Now I want to know what that would have done. Oh well. I was quoting the video game, man. And no, according to the video game, they're not. Although I would like to express my annoyance at the fact that this game doesn't have shovels nor frying pans, which are some S-tier melee weapons. And I think that this game would benefit greatly from both of them. Sure. They're not civilized as weapons, though. They're a very brutal and messy weapon. It's like calling a chainsaw civilized. It's like most of our houses in the world use chainsaws as part of their, as part of the wood chopping downing prop thingy. Chainsaws are not very civilized. They're a very messy, violent weapon. Sorry, I had a long yawn. All right. What do you do now that you leveled up again? Okay, so the freezing shockwave does 50 damage. It's pretty good. I also need to get rid of the 7.62 ammo and then start picking up ammo for the Hyper Blaster. Although, does it actually just not need ammo? Yeah, okay, it literally just doesn't need ammo. Well, that's kind of cool. Should have waited for a better weapon. Yeah, but it's still not civilized. It's blunt force trauma. That's like saying a club is civilized. You should be like my grandma and call the mackerel mac. Just be like, the mac is in the oven, and then everybody thinks that she's talking about mac and cheese, and then 5-year-old me is disappointed when I have to eat mackerel. I love mackerel now, but as a child, not so much. Three HP for 3 HP for 5 regen. 3 HP total? As in, like, you had 3 HP left, or... Yep, there's enemies that reduce your max HP. That's why they're scary. There's also, I guess you could call it a power-up that reduces your HP, but that's redacted, because that spoils. I think I broke a physics object. That's fine. Whoa! 2 of them, motherfucker. Why did I go this way? I just wasted a lot of HP. When it's spring break, clubs are a mess. Yes. Have you ever, like... Okay, well... this is gonna become a darker situation if I keep talking about this, but, like... Have you never seen a picture on the internet of a crushed skull? I will argue...
Not now.
To death, the clubs are a messy weapon. Oh, good for you guys. That's not even what I was trying to do, but hey, benefits, you know? I just one-shot that last one, I think. Let's go with Field Medic. Are they gonna break the door down? It's like, well, I mean, certainly if you're gonna break the door down, I'm just gonna stand here and wait for you to do so. I think I'm gonna keep the shotgun amp. Is having a midlife crisis? Is that did they buy a skateboard and they're riding it around? As long as your neighbor isn't the same neighbor that Pilot had, because Pilot's neighbor looks like a rubbish pile. Because Pilot, air quotes, got rid of him. Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? If you want me to spoil things, I'll spoil things. But I don't know what you know, so I'm not going to say that a thing is a spoily thing. I'm just going to dance around it. Unless, like, specifically you want information, in which case then I will state that it's a spoil. I guess I can unlock Vault, because it doesn't fucking matter! I also don't mind spoilers, but some people do, so... With Dwarf Fortress, I will openly talk about spoilers. This game, just because it just came out. I will be a little bit more sensitive for a bit. But like Dwarf Fortress, which is the kind of the main game for this channel, I will talk about all the spoilers openly because the spoilers haven't really changed in like 15 years. And you know what? If people are actually annoyed by that, suck a nut. The stats screen on the main menu. This game has a wild amount of stat tracking. Everything is tracked. Every single kill on every enemy type is tracked. The amount of time you have in each thing, your arch nemesis, like the enemy type that kills you the most often, all that shit. It's good stuff.
No ammo. Reload.
Just gonna stab you. And stab you. Only have one multi-tool left? Ugh. Oh, you're trying to see your crit chance. That varies from gun to gun. But that, I'm not entirely certain.
This should be it. What do we have here?
Yeah, I don't want to bleed. Bleeding sucks. Because those caused you to blow all of your healing resources before that? What, warlocks? I mean, oh, like, so you haven't seen them? They buff enemies around them. I don't know too much about what they do because I've only made it that deep twice, so. I'm not 100% versed on the new endgame stuff. Which is why we're just kind of, why we were doing tourist runs the other day and why I'm just like chilling. Because I don't know exactly what they do. Revving in his engine, and it doesn't sound like it's the usual shitbox. So he's revving his engine, doesn't sound like the usual shitbox. Is he playing music from what is obviously his childhood? And did he buy a skateboard? Orange. So if all of those things check out, your neighbor's definitely having a midlife crisis. All right. Oh, come on. I think I got it. Definitely did. Alright, so the only ammo type I should actually have in my inventory is shotgun. I don't like how close you are to me. You slithering bastard. Fucking... I misjudged that terribly. At least there's 2 healing chests on this map up and around the corner. It's got a prosthetic. That's what's stopping you. I'm sure people with prosthetics can skate. Come on. Speaking of skating, that little toy that I bought on Steam the other day, the ramp, it's pretty fucking good.
Finally.
I really, really, really need some more consistent armor right now. My armor is very much failing me. Because I let it get too low, and I do not have... I let it get too low, and I do not have any multi-tools.
Coast is clear.
So I'm looking for multi-tools right now. Pretty sure there's none this way. Yeah, there's no chest this way. But fuck do I need multi-tools. Like, holy shit, I need multi-tools. With the warlocks, you had 0 healing. I feel like with warlocks, like the way through them is just focus fire the warlocks, but... I don't actually know what the best strat for warlocks is because I haven't seen them enough. Well, I'm achieving my goal of playing slower. I wonder if Epion's back from getting food. He's still AFK on Discord, so probably not. Bot scanner? That's a good question, actually. I just didn't look. I figured it was like my armor or the helmet. Ah, there you go. Heat Vision 6. Reveals enemies in range even through walls. Hoy V. Just fucking death rays are flying across the map. What do I have here? Really? That didn't kill you? Alright, let's put this power mod onto you. I keep thinking there's somebody behind me, but he's dead. It's just his flashlight on the ground. It's freaking me out. It's genuinely freaking me out. All right, you're dead, you're dead. Give me a gas grenade, 2 gas grenades. For line of sight. Must have been a weaker version of the mod pack. I'll be honest, I wasn't really thinking about it too heavily. Let's grab another gas grenade. All for line of sight. There's a warlock over there. Just gonna let whatever's dying keep dying. Why do I have this weapon equipped? Flowing blood reopens the portal. I'm just gonna let them keep burning each other. Unless, like, they're broken. In which case, it's kind of hard to tell. I'm going to lose this run, chat, and it's because I'm going to run out of armor before the boss. Even if I'm extremely careful, I fear that I'm going to run out of armor. With a melee ghost build? Oh, you just won the game? You should post a screenshot. Post your win. Or post the post modem. I really like that shoddy. But I think I feel safer using this thing. Just because of the mod on it. Still a big robot at the far end. Actually, more accurately, if I lose this run, it's because I run out of armor. But regardless, it's been a good run. Also, the fact that I have a weapon with unlimited ammo is a massive boon to my ability to be able to kill the throne. What the fuck is happening over here? This feels like a bug. He's been attacking this one tile for a while. Gold Poke, what's up? It's good to see you. Also anonymous, thanks for the $1. It seems like he's stuck. Anybody know?
No ammo. Reload.
Like, he's just attacking the one thing repeatedly.
No ammo. Reload.
Like, I've got no idea what that shit was. But that seems like a bug. All right, chat, this is for me more than anything, but I need to use the toilet real quick. Gotta get a couple beers for the $1 from Anonymous, and I will be back in a second. I'm just gonna go take a leak. I've been hydrating a lot because I had some mild food poisoning last night, so I've been drinking a lot of water. I actually haven't had any coffee yet today either, which is, you can tell that I'm not feeling great when I haven't had coffee. Anyway, I'll be back in a sec. Vinsati, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Haz Huzzah. Anybody want to hype train that? You're almost there. One more thing I wanted to say to Haz about Heroes of Might and Magic is a game that I actually have much more fonder memories of than Heroes of Might and Magic, which I played a lot more than Heroes of Might and Magic, is Age of Wonders 1. I feel like I'm the only person in the world who has, like, fond memories of Age of Wonders 1. All right. I wonder... if it's worth just, like... Now, is that friend of mine me? Am I that friend? Also... Is that supposed to be floating? I'm assuming that's supposed to be floating there. It's like rotating slowly, so. I was just gonna say, because if that's the case, then that's cheating.
No ammo. Reload.
Ay, ay, ay. Well, there goes my body armor. I wish I had a military stim.
Not dead yet.
Wait, did the poison not go off? Very confused. So do I die if I take this turn? Do I die? Or will Survivor, save me. It's been a long time since I've used this. I'm not poisoned. Or do I have to be above 25 HP? Okay, so I can die. So I need to use a health kit.
Finally. That's good.
All right, that's it. I'm just going to adrenaline my way out of here. And see if I can just escape. Let's hope that I've attracted every enemy in the map down to the bottom half of the map. And see if I can just get out of here. You've never heard of Age of Wonders? Holy shit, really?
No ammo. Reload.
Age of Wonders is like
Yes.
Heroes of Might and Magic's weird stepson. Or step sibling. Trying to make as little noise as possible. And just get out. Let's just take Iron Man 3. Oh my god. Why? Why? On hard was with Survivor? My first hard win was before Master Traits were in the game. And it's actually recorded on YouTube, I think. My first hard win. All right. Question is, can I make it to the end of Dante Station? That's the question. I have no armor and no helmet. I'm just trying to get to the end of the map. I'm assuming there's going to be an Archmedusa in the middle there. All right.
I guess there's no turning back.
Shoutouts to Team Not Dead.
That's better.
At least I have armor now. It's not great armor, but it's something. Got no helmet. So, who's ready to play a little video game chat called Don't Get Shot? Because if we get shot, we die really quickly. What do you guys think? Do we win or do we lose? Curious what chat has to say. Are we going to win this or are we going to lose? All I know is we're either going to win or we're going to die gloriously. Gives you an enemy remaining number? What, for the rest of the run? Or the total that you... Oh, I see. Yeah, kills. So yeah, out of 588. Oh, right. Yeah, I take poison damage. Fuck. Yeah, I'm dead. No questions asked, I'm dead.
Not dead yet.
All right. Can you just... I could do this. No questions asked. If I had a helmet
No ammo.
that had poison negation or any kind of damage reduction. But I'm just like dying to all these dudes that are just spawning. Well, the spawning enemies don't count. Period. So fucking motherfucker. Not gonna lie, this is actually kind of really frustrating because I kind of would really like to win, but it's not gonna happen. Period. Like, I have no dodge, just nothing.
Yes, I needed that.
Yeah, I got no healing of any kind left. I'm healing though, because I got Survivor. So shoutouts to that, I guess. Yeah. GG. No, I saw it, Mr. Progressor. I'm sad. You know what's funny is I don't actually understand that reference, Ultimate, because I've never actually heard it in game. Because I've never actually played a Metal Gear Solid game. I've never heard it on a stream either. I only know that reference through other people referencing it. Although the line is quit, not quite. Hey, quite kidding around? Hey, quit kidding around. 609? I skipped 100? Oh. No, not GG, chat. We lost. We didn't win. It's not a GG. Why are you GGing me? You're wrong. If you think that's a GG, then you don't know the definition of lose. This was quite literally the opposite of that. If I had a helmet, we could have done it. If I still had that helmet, we could have done it. But I lost the helmet, so. Bible thump, be sad, you shits. I wonder what my score would have been if I killed him, though. Chat, you GG if you win, you F if you lose. It's that simple.